evening, everyone, and welcome to Ad America, the U.S. Embassy American Center, with me, Farah, as your e-guides for today. For those of you who are new here or tuning us via online platform, Ad America is the U.S. Embassy American Center, where our mission is to provide a space for young Indonesians to explore, experience, and express American culture through our diverse programs and facilities we have. And tonight, you're watching Metropolitan Toastmaster Edusession, how to build a strong speech. But before we start our session for tonight, we'll have a trivia quiz for our Sobat at America who joining us via online platform. And the question is, in how many countries are there active Toastmaster Club? Is it A, 140 countries, B, 145 countries, C, 148 countries, or D, 150 countries? Submit your correct answer to our social media pages. And for those of you who answer correctly and quickly, will get a special shout out from us at the very end of our event. And now, without any further ado, let's just invite our Metropolitan Toastmaster President. And everyone, please welcome to Toastmaster Albert.
Thank you very much, Farah. Yeah. Have fun? I only hear from that side because that's where the members are sitting. So have fun? Yeah. You haven't eaten your breakfast and lunch and maybe dinner. So once again, have fun? Thank you very much. And welcome to Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. And for you who are new here, raise your hand if you are new to this whole meeting session of Toastmasters. Woo, we have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You too? Oh my God. Nice. We have a lot of guests here. And maybe you are wondering, what is Toastmasters? So let me give you a little cheat to that very trivial question. Next slide, please. So Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization teaching public speaking and leadership skills. We are a really big international organization with more than 270,000 members all around the world, scattered in more than 14,000 clubs in 150 countries. That's the answer to the trivia question. Next, please. And why are you joining Toastmasters? Because of these very things. The first one, you are coming here not just to be loved at, and also you are going to be elevated because you are evaluated by the seniors here. And the second one is it is one-stop soft skills improvement for anything that you need. You need public speaking skills, you got it here. You need leadership skills, how to negotiate, you will got it here. And it is CVable. Whenever you complete it, any level you have, you can put it in your CV. A training from Toastmasters International. It's a respectable international organization, non-profit, for this very thing. And you can earn a mentor here. We are not teaching you, but we are going to guiding you step by step in this Toastmasters journey. And why maths in particular? Because we are in collaboration with Jakarta, with the U.S. Embassy's Culture Center in Jakarta, which is at America. Big round of applause to at America. Thank you very much. That's at America, and it is very strategically located. Any one of you got lost when you were coming here? No, right? Because it is strategically located in the heart of Jakarta. So we have this spirit. Have fun? Whenever anyone at any point in this meeting say have fun, you have to shout out loud, go Mets. So have fun? Next one, please. So when I said about LAFL, this is what I meant about the pathway learning experience. This is the curriculum of Toastmasters International, designed to help you build the competencies you need to communicate and lead. We have 6, and if you want to know more about this, you can just ask to our Vice President of Education. And if you are new to Toastmasters and you are asking what is Vice President of Education, and This is the very slide for you. Next, please. This is, this is the executive committee of Metropolitan Toastmasters Club for the year 2024 to 2025. With me, again, I'm your club president, Toastmaster Albert, and we have the vice president of education over there, Toastmaster Ray, and we have the vice president of membership joining online, maybe, Toastmaster Shoki, and then we have our vice president of public relation, Toastmaster Nabila over there. Please wave. Thank you. And we have our secretary over there, Toastmaster Sylvie. We have also our treasurer joining late, Toastmaster Nafiska. And over there we have the lovely Toastmaster Irfan, our sergeants at arms. Next, please. Yeah. So, with that, I guess that's all from me. So without any further ado, because everybody is waiting for our speaker to come in. So with this, Metropolitan Toastmasters Club meeting is in session. Thank you very much. And now I will call upon our Toastmaster of the meeting, aka MC, Toastmaster Nikki.
All right, thank you very much. And have a good evening, everyone. Can I try one more time from this side, perhaps? Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. So, as introduced, my name is Nikki, and I will be your MC/moderator for today. Now, today I believe everyone should be very excited to learn, to have fun together in our very first Edusession in this period, I believe. All right, so next, please. So, today, as you can read, our Edusession theme is how to build a strong speech. I want to open with a question to everyone. Have you guys ever had stage fright? Yes? Yes? Okay. Yes, from here, probably you guys are very confident speakers, I guess. Well, either way, I have had stage fright. Sometimes I'm afraid that my speech will be boring, people will doze off. You know, you guys, the audience can just be on their phone, you know, not paying attention to whatever I'm saying here. But don't worry, fear not. We have such an amazing speaker, 2 speakers actually tonight, that will show us how to make a strong speech. Your speeches will be less boring, hopefully. And then also you can learn how to engage your audience, and also you will learn how to capture their attention. So are you guys ready for this session? Awesome. Thank you very much. Then, next please. So I will be briefing you guys a little bit about the agenda that we will have today. On the right side, we can see that the first agenda will be education speech. And then also it will be complemented by our sample speaker. It will be around 15 to 20 minutes plus 5 to 7 minutes as well. That will be led by Toastmaster Wilson and also Toastmaster Ray. Moving on, we will also have the question and answer session. Now, because we have quite a lot of guests here and also visiting Toastmaster members as well, we really encourage you to pay close attention to the speeches and then use this opportunity to ask as many questions as you want regarding how to better your speech. Last but not least, we have the evaluation session. Just also for the guests, in every Toastmaster speech, in every Toastmaster session, we will have evaluation session because not only we want to deliver a speech, we also want each other to evaluate your speeches so that you can make your speech better and better each and every time. All right, next please. So before I start and before the Edusession speakers start, I would like to welcome the general evaluator for tonight first. She will be evaluating the whole flow of this meeting. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Nabila as our general evaluator for tonight. Please give her a big round of applause, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the meeting. Have fun. One more time. Have fun. Thank you, everyone. As mentioned before, I will be serving you as the general evaluator. And in this session, I will give the evaluation throughout our meetings today. And I will not be alone. I'll have my Power Rangers. And without further ado, I will call upon our team to introduce themselves. The first, the timer, Toastmaster Lisbeth. Please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabila. Okay, tonight I will be your timekeeper. So I will help the speaker, leader, and the evaluator also to monitoring their time. I will show the light, the three color. If I show you the green one, means you already hit your minimum time. If you see the yellow light, means you already hit your target time. And if you see the red light, means you already hit your maximum times. And after the red light is on, I just give you 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. So please pay attention to me. I will help to monitoring your time. I think that's all from timer. Over to you, GE. Oh.
Thank you, Madam Timer. So Toastmaster Lisbeth will help us to make our meeting run smoothly until the end of the meeting. Next is our grammarian, Toastmaster Olis. Please explain your role.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Nabila. Good evening, everyone. I'm always I'll be your grammarian. So tonight, my job is I'm going to monitoring or I'm going to listen to how we use our language and also which one is the correct one on grammar and also word choice. So later, I'm going to invite you to talk about our word of the day is elevate. It means to lift something to a higher level. For example, Toastmaster help us elevate our speaking skills. So please try to use this word during the meeting. I'm really excited to hear everyone speak. Thank you very much. Back to you, our GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olis. So please make sure to every speaker to use our word of the day, which is elevate. Thank you so much. Next, move on to our next evaluation team. We have Toastmaster Sylvia, who will be our A and W audit counter. Please.
Hi everyone, good evening. So, as a and we are the W counter, I will be your police to hear whether you give a repetition words like such as like or so, or maybe you give a filler of pause words. And one more thing, I also will count the using of the WOD words, which is elevate, elevate. So please using it, especially for the guests, because we have the Q&A session, 15 minutes. It will be your opportunity so you can elevate your public speaking skills by asking the question, and I also will be the police for the speaker and the sample speaker. Back to you, GE. Madam GE, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sylvia. So that's all my team for today. And I will also give the evaluation at the end of the meeting because we will have some room of improvement to make our meeting better in the future meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
All right. There. So thank you very much for Madam General Evaluator and your team. We will be seeing you again later. So for the next one, please. I will be introducing to everyone tonight, and it is my utmost pleasure to share with everyone the amazing speaker that we have today. So our Edusession speaker today is Toastmaster Wilson Lawton, also known as Toastmaster Wilson. And he joined Toastmaster in 2021 and currently serves as the Division B Director for 2024 until 2025 term, and is the immediate past president of Metropolitan Toastmaster Club. He also has made significant strides in speech contests, having achieved third place in the Division B International Speech Contest in 2023 and first place in the Division B Table Topic Contest in 2023. So today, Toastmaster Wilson will be sharing his expertise on how to build a strong speech, guiding us through key elements that elevate our speaking skills and impact. So please, put your hands together for Toastmaster Wilson.
I want to be more confident. I want to be heard. I want to leave an everlasting impact. Raise your hand if you have those desires. Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, because you are in the right place, in the right time, because I will be sharing with you how to do exactly that. Ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to meet you. My name is Wilson. Toastmaster Nikki has graciously introduced me, but I want you to listen to me, not because of my titles, not because of my achievements, but because the hardships, failures, mistakes that I have suffered before I could stand here before you. I know that we are very, very timid in stage. I was a stage fright before. I have been here with you. But after 3 years in Toastmasters, I have finally found a way to defeat that. Now, in order to elevate our public speaking skills, first, I would like to ask you a question. What are the 3 things that exist in a speech? Could anyone guess? The 3 things in a speech. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have answered, oh, I'm sorry, you raised your hand. I am so sorry, I missed you. Thank you for raising your hand. Could you introduce yourself and tell us the answer?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Okay, hi guys, my name is Muhammad Iwan, so you can call me Iwan. I think the one of the key should we prepare for public speaking, I mean the build strong speech is communication, because communication is what we can deliver the message between the communicant and communicator. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Iwan. Communication, that is right. A speech is basically the way we communicate with people, our ideas, our expressions, so that they will understand what we are getting at. But in a speech, we have 3 parts. This is basic, which is the opening, the body, and the closing. You're not mistaken, sir. It's okay. I would like to talk about how to utilize the opening, body, and closing so that we could make a strong speech and be more confident when talking in front of our audience. But before we talk about creating a strong speech, let us first identify what is a weak speech. A weak speech has ordinary opening. The opening that once you hear, you would doze off and, okay, this is just a regular speech. A weak speech has a boring body that you will not find any difficulty to sleep upon. A weak speech has careless closing that doesn't give an impact to the audience. This is something that I have battled for 3 years, and I'm about to share with you how to identify these things and how to combat them. As you can see, we have 3 points on each parts. In the opening, we have impression, one-wayness, and assertion. In the body, we have structure, stage mastery, and nonverbal language. And lastly, in the closing, we have the message, the effectiveness, and the call to action. And ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because in 20 minutes, I'm about to share with you how to build a strong speech. Let's move to the first point. An ordinary opening leaves no impression. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to create a strong speech, first impression matters. If you have ever watched TEDx or TED speeches, you may be familiar with this saying. People will decide to pay attention to you in the first 7 seconds. Our attention span is short, even shorter with the social media. And if we want to make an everlasting impact, then we should not waste our first 7 seconds. What should we not do? Do not greet the audience. Do not say thank you, because that would just waste your 7 seconds, your precious 7 seconds. What you want to do is to greet them with question, trivia, or expression, because that is how you build curiosity within your audience. For example, I had my friend who was going to talk about toxic work culture. Do you want to guess what her first sentence was? Underpaid. Corporate slave, yes. But what she said in the first sentence was, have you been impregnated by your boss? Imagine hearing that sentence in your speech. Imagine you're in your meeting. You're about to present your most wonderful finding. And then you hear your coworker say, have you ever been impregnated by your boss? What did she just say? Now, this is not the real thing, but that alone could catch your attention and make you focus on your speech. Next, ladies and gentlemen, an ordinary opening is one way. What do I mean? My mistakes was not caring about the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all a big part of my speech, even now. And in your future speeches, they will also be a big part in your speech. So avoid telling your story one-sidedly. Don't do that. Instead, involve them by engaging in a conversation, just like I talked to Iwan right there. We build a rapport with our audience, and that specific audience will pay attention because I was included in the speech. He interacts with me, and that is something that you can do as well. And next, the ordinary opening has a mistake in the assertion. Do you know what assertion means? The core of your speech. What is it that you're going to talk about? A strong opening hooks the audience. Most of the time, I usually spoil my message. For example, I'm going to talk about toxic work culture. And in the opening, I would say, it's not worth it working in a toxic workplace. And you know what? That is essentially closing the mind of the audience. Oh, this is the answer. Why should I do that? Opening should be something that makes your audience open your mind. So instead of spoiling the message, you should build anticipation within your audience. Instead of using a closing statement, you may want to rephrase it. For years, I have been working in a toxic workplace. But is it worth it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to share with you my story. That is how you make your audience curious. Now that we have already addressed the openings, now we talk about the body. The body is basically where you want to describe your story, what leads to your message, and so on and so forth. And one of the mistakes is the structure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you make a speech, raise your hand if you have ever forgotten your lines. Raise your hand if you even forgot your line when practicing. If you forgot your lines while practicing, it may be because your sentences were too complicated. 85% of editing is shortening sentences. So if you keep forgetting the same lines over and over again, that might mean that your sentence is too complex or might not relate to the story at all. So avoid over-explaining everything, ladies and gentlemen. In a speech, we want to focus on what is important. This is the example. In your speech, you have the beginning, the middle, and the end, correct? And your body should only contain this, the exposition, the description of your situation, and then the conflict, what is happening in that situation, the rising action, what is happening after the conflict, and then the climax, what is the top of the event, and lastly, the falling action and the resolution. When you write your speech, if something that you wrote doesn't belong here, then just cut it. Just focus on what is important. Next, stage. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was a new speaker, I often tumble here, tumble there. I often walk here and go forth and go on because I was nervous. Do you relate?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we often feel that the stage is frightening. But it was the opposite. The stage is our best friend. Why? Because the stage can convey something that our words can't. For example, if I want to talk about something after an event, I don't have to say after this, after that, next. I could simply walk to show transition. I was born in Medan, and I flew back to Jakarta. In Jakarta, I worked as an engineer. The distance you walk is the transition, ladies and gentlemen. So if you cannot use the stage to demonstrate body language, then perhaps practice to walk around to demonstrate transition. Just that. And you will become a more masterful speaker in the stage. Last but not least, in the body, the nonverbal language. Because this is a speech, we often want to talk about everything with our verbal language. But as Edward Sapir said, nonverbal communication is an elaborate secret code that is written nowhere, known by none, but understood by all. If you want to make a strong speech, avoid describing everything verbally. You could use vocal variety, using a high-pitched voice and low-pitched voice. You can use the body language, especially your hand, to show what you're talking about. And you could use pauses to emphasize on things. Now that we have already addressed the body, let us talk about the closing. When we are chased by time, we often don't want to finish our speech. We just want to finish this, and that's okay, fine. Let me teach you how to make a very powerful closing. First of all, let us talk about the transition. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are speaking, you have to conclude your speech. Because it is inevitable that when we are speaking, people will zone out, people will look at their phones, people will talk to each other. That is fine. But how to reconnect them to your speech? That is very simple. You could just make a conclusion, such as in summary, in conclusion, that after that, I believe that. You could make a clear transition with just that sentence alone and summarize in order to hook the audience back into you. And then the message. A strong speech should have a strong message. A speech is useless if it doesn't have any message. So, your message should feel natural and authentic. And for fellow speakers, I know that our bad habit is justifying our message. We have the one sentence of the message that is powerful, but we kept saying because, and because. We want to over-explain our message so that people understand. That is not the right way to do that. What you want to do is to align your message with your story. When you're talking about the toxic work culture, you could use the summary that you said in the past to say, I realized that working here is not worth it. My mental health is much more important than money. Done. You don't have to say because. It's already powerful. Because you align with the story that you have told in the 7 minutes before. And then lastly, ladies and gentlemen, a good speech has a message, but a strong speech has a call to action. When we end with a message, okay, that is good, people applaud. But you could add something more in that speech. Show them the next step to take. We are talking about toxic culture in workplace. I believe it's not worth it to work because I value my mental health more than money. The call to action may be question, it could be an expression, it could be an invitation. My mental health is much more important than money. How about you? Do you value money or health more? Back to Toastmaster. No, that's not the finish. But you could see the impact. Once you have the call to action, people will be more inclined to take an applause and remember what you said. Because you didn't end with just a message. You end with a call to action. You show the people what to do next after listening to your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my session. In summary, a strong speech changes the opening from ordinary to outstanding. A strong speech changes the body from boring to breathtaking. And lastly, a strong speech changes the closing from careless to classy. After this, we'll be witnessing a sample speech that is strong or weak. It's up to us to decide. So, before we go to that, I would like to give my control back to Toastmaster Nikki. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wilson, for the amazing, extraordinary session. Can I have an applause for him one more time, please, ladies and gentlemen? Now, as mentioned, of course, theory is no use without practice. So, we will be witnessing a sample speaker. Before that, I have the honor to introduce him as well. So, our sample speaker today is Toastmaster Recha Aditya, also fondly known as Toastmaster Ray. Toastmaster Ray joined Toastmaster in 2017 and currently serves as the Area B1 Director for the 2024-2025 term and as the Vice President of Education at Metropolitan Toastmaster Club. Now, Toastmaster Ray's speaking accomplishments include securing 3rd place in the Division B Humorous Speech Contest in 2017 and 1st place in the Division B International Speech Contest. Woo! I wish I could be him, but okay. Now, in today's session, Toastmaster Ray will present his speech titled, I Won, as a demonstration of the principles we've learned from Toastmaster Wilson's educational session on how to build a strong speech. Now, this sample speech, ladies and gentlemen, will highlight the techniques that we have discussed, offering a real-time application of the lessons. So I hope you all can pay attention and judge Toastmaster Ray's speech together. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Ray as our sample speaker tonight. Toastmaster Ray, everybody.
Life often feels like a series of competition, where those who win are deemed the winners. But what about those who don't? Are they truly losers? Mr. Edu Speaker, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, raise your hands if you were a smart student in elementary school. Okay, I see some hands. All right. So, me, I was actually a smart student. Toastmaster Nabila looks so surprised. Don't look so surprised. I was very smart. I ranked third in my elementary school first grade. Pretty good, right? Yeah, I thought so too, until I realized I have Asian parents. That day, I found myself in the living room, the school report on the table, and my dad sitting beside me. He looked at me in my tiny little eyes and said, "Son, listen to me. Life is a competition. You're either a winner or a loser." "But Dad, I ranked third. My teacher said it was enough." "Yes, you ranked third, but you didn't rank first. It means you did not win. If you're not a winner, you are lucky that I'm not a nerd." My forehead was never the same after that. After that conversation, I learned a valuable lesson that in all facets of my life, I need to win. So when my mentor, Toastmaster Albert, asked me to join Toastmaster speech competition this year, I said yes. Because one thing in my mind, I need to win. I joined 3 branches of competition: the International Speech Contest, Table Topics Contest, and the Evaluation Speech Contest. So starting in January this year, I practiced my speech, perfected my delivery, and made sure that I did everything in my power to get that win. And guess what? I did. Yay! I won first place in all branches of the competition at the club level. Woohoo! Yes! My confidence level went up to the sky until it went crashing down to the depth of despair at the area level. At the area level, although I managed to get first place in the International Speech Contest, I only managed to get third place in the evaluation and received nothing in table topics. And based on my parents' standard, third meant I did not win. I wasn't able to get that win. I wasn't the winner. But was I truly a loser? After that loss, I practiced my speech even harder. I perfected my delivery again. And I made sure I did everything in my power to not lose again. And thank God, I secured the win once again in division level. Woo! Coming to the district conference in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia was such an amazing experience. I got to go to Malaysia for the first time in my life. I got to meet almost 200 amazing and talented Toastmasters from across the world. But most importantly, I got to represent my club and my division, Division B, in the district level of International Speech Contest. But even with those amazing things, one thing in my head: winning. And it was more important than ever because I need to get that win for myself, but also for my clubs and my whole entire Division B. So later that day, the night before the competition, I was so stressed out. I could barely sleep. You can ask the guy over there, Toastmaster Alvin. One thing kept repeating in my head: I need to win. I need to win. I need to win! I didn't. I didn't win the district contest. I wasn't able to get that win. I wasn't the winner. But was I truly a loser? No. No. No! I wasn't a loser. In fact, I won. I won in so many other things. Yes, I did not win the table topic or the evaluation contest in the area level, but I have gained so much experience and knowledge to elevate my skills to be a better public speaker and evaluator. That was my win. Yes, I did not win the district contest, but I have met so many amazing Toastmasters. I went to the beautiful country of Malaysia and created long-lasting friendships. Those were my wins. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage every one of us to worry less about winning. Focus on your journey and not your end goal. Change your perspective. Because essentially, every one of us is a winner. If we do not win at one thing, we always win at other things. You win through experience, you win through hardships, and you win by learning to get back up again. My father told me, life is like a series of competition where those who win are deemed the winners. But those who don't, they are still winners. Toastmaster of the meeting.
Toastmaster Ray, you probably didn't win that night, but I believe today you win all of our hearts. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ray, for such an amazing, amazing sample speech. For me, I had goosebumps. I hope you guys also can learn something about Toastmaster Ray's experience. But I will not be giving more feedback because I have our Edusession speaker tonight to give some evaluation and feedback for our already amazing sample speech speaker. All right, over to you, Toastmaster Wilson.
Before I begin my evaluation code, I have the answers from you guys. Raise your hand if you thought Toastmaster Ray's speech was weak. Really? No one? Then raise your hand if you thought his speech was strong. Take a look, Ray. Take a look. Give him a big round of applause because yes, I think we managed to reach a consensus that that was a prime example of a strong speech. Now that all of you answered it is a strong speech, now I can ask you why, right? I'm going to walk down the stage and I'm going to pick any of you. We don't have any right or wrong answers. I just want you to talk why you thought that speech was strong. Maybe some of you want to share? Toastmaster Iwan, maybe? Soon to be Toastmaster Iwan? Thank you very much. So, what do you think was strong from his speech?
Okay, thank you. Because it's related with my experience, especially when I study, when I achieve something. It's not about the goals, but it's all about the process. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So basically, you found it relatable.
Yeah.
You could relate to the speech. Maybe the person over there, Mr. President, maybe you could share with us why you thought his speech was strong?
Well, first thing first, I saw that the body and the first 7 seconds was very hooked. I'm hooked from the very 7 seconds, and also the body very relates and correlates with us and our Asian parents as well, and also the ending. even if we took away our eyes from the stage and goes to our phone, it can reconnect. We can just reconnect to the speaker just because of the concise summary and how it relates to his father again, but also altered it in his way of how conveying the points. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Albert. So what you're saying is that his point was the message from the father, he has to win and win and win. But at the end, he was able to turn it. Not winning also means winning. Ladies and gentlemen, what I found from Ray's speech, his opening was spot on. It related to all of us because we are of Asian descent. We relate having to be competitive. Then he had stories to back that up, starting from the elementary school, the speech contest, and finally, not winning. But he was also able to overturn his loss into a message. Just because I didn't win doesn't mean I didn't truly win. I won in another aspect. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a strong speech. It related to you all, it has good structure, and the message was very clear. I hope that was inspirational to you. I hope that will be able to make you find how to be a stronger speaker. And let us discuss later in this session. Back to Toastmaster Nikki.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wilson, but please don't go anywhere because we will be needing you for our next session, which is open for everybody here. That will be the question and answer session. Now, before I start, I would like to tell everybody that this session is open for everybody, and there are no stupid questions. You can ask anything to Toastmaster Wilson here tonight, and please use this opportunity to make your speech better and then learn as much as possible. Without further ado, I would like to open the floor to any question. Yes, over there, maybe soon to be Toastmaster Iwan, right? Okay. Could you please stand up and tell us your name and your question, please?
Check. Okay, thank you. My name is Iwan. I'm still curious about the first impression section. You mentioned about the hooks, right? The question is how to create a hook for everyone. For example, as a social media specialist, they use hook with the trend, with the jargon, etc. How about the public speaking? I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irwan. How to create a hook to the audience, right? If I were you, I would want to discover where am I speaking? What kind of people would watch me speak? And what kind of topic they would like? Because in social media, that is also true, right? You make targeted advertisings. If you want to sell fresh juice, you would want to target people who do fitness. You want to target mothers who don't have time to make juices themselves. Don't take it the wrong way. But essentially, doing a speech is also like that. You need to research what kind of audience are you going to talk to. Is it consisting of old people? Are they going to be young people? You have to discover that so that when you know, you can tailor your message, you can tailor your speech so that it would suit their needs. And once you make that opening, they will for sure hooked into your speech. Any follow-up questions? Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Nikki.
All right, thank you very much, soon-to-be Toastmaster Iwan. And hopefully that answered your question. Any other question from the audience, please? Yes, that gentleman over there. Can you please give the mic to him? Please stand up, say your name, and then your question.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Rizky, and I was best speaker in my English debate competition back in my senior high school. But why I say I was, because Since then, I never use English anymore. It's maybe like 8 years ago. And I got confused. I am afraid to speak in English. And it get even worse. Like, I always open Google Translate when I want to talk in English, even for this question. So, in front of the stage, I was a lion, but now I see myself just like a kitten. So my question will be simple: how you regain those confidence? Because regain confidence, not to build it from the zero things, I think it's so much harder because you see yourself in the past and you lose in your competitions in your life. So, can you tell a story how to regain back your confidence? Maybe like your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Ritsky. Over to you, Toastmaster Wilson.
How to regain our confidence when we had fallen into our life. Months ago, before today, I was, how do we call pengangguran? Jobless. I was jobless. And do you know the feeling of jobless? It was absolutely terrifying. It shut your body down. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sleep in and do nothing. But I also wanted to work. But I was in Toastmasters. I still had to speak. I had to express myself. How did you think I got up from that? Whenever you're going to speak in front of the audience, there is just one mindset that you need to capture. You're not here to be perfect. No one is perfect except God. Are you God? No. Are you perfect? Do you need to be perfect? Exactly. So you don't need to be perfect to be able to speak in front of other people. We are afraid that people in front of us will think, I want to see a perfect speech. Do you expect me to deliver a perfect speech? You answered it yourself. You didn't expect me to deliver a perfect speech. You expected me to do mistakes. You expected me to slip up. And that is okay. So, dear sir, if you want to get back on the stage, just go back. Even though you have broken English, as long as you have the tenacity to answer, to express yourself, we will be sure to appreciate you in the audience. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Wilson. I hope that answers your question. I think I can relate a little bit to that as well, as can all of us. Because I think deep down, we all need the feel to be perfect, right? To compare ourselves with our previous selves. But I think as Toastmaster Ray also mentioned to us, even though we are not perfect, even though we don't win, if we take even a more forward step, one step at a time, I think you win a little bit today as well. Well, hopefully that helps, all right? So, any other question from the field? There we go. We have that gentleman over there. Could you please stand up, tell us your name, and then your question, please.
My name is Firsa. Firsa. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, apparently. So yeah, my question is probably it's about closing. I bet anyone who made speeches, they already prepared for their closing. But I want to know, like, because somewhere along the way, you can lose those memories about your closing because you're just too overwhelmed with the whole situations you got going on during your speech. So I want to know, how can we avoid those brain farts happening? You see, sometimes I prepared, as you mentioned before, we need to make a good message and call to action. Sometimes we've prepared for that. Like, I think, like, 2 weeks ago, I was there on stage. But I think, I don't know, I mean, actually, I was winning the table speaking. I got the best speaker for table topic speakers. But I still feel like I'm lacking so much in my closing probably because I was too overwhelmed with the whole situation when I was on stage. So please enlighten us, maybe. Thank you.
Thank you, Firza, and please do enlighten us, Toastmaster Wilson.
Firsa, When you're speaking, do you feel the need to keep speaking and leave no silence? Okay, let me rephrase the question. What do you think of staying silent during a speech? Is it good or bad? That's not good. Well, I think otherwise. When you're on stage, you don't have to keep speaking. Even now, I am buying time for my brain to answer your question. But because I keep pausing and pausing, I am able to keep continuing my words without you realizing that I am still on fire right now. So ladies and gentlemen, when you're speaking, oftentimes we feel that silence is bad. We have to keep speaking. And when we do that, we stutter. We get nervous. We blank out because I run out of things to say. Right? In order to avoid that, simply pause. When you're asked a question, you can leave 5 to 10 seconds for yourself to think. And when you're about to continue your speech, you can pause like I did. I paused. I had paused. Was it awkward? No, right? You can do it too. If you want to appear confident, but you don't know the answer, pause. Let yourself think and answer after you thought of a thing to answer. Thank you. Did that answer your question? Thank you very much. Back to Nikki.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wilson. Actually, yes, sometimes we feel the need to just speak all the time because we have such an amazing opportunity here by Edamerica. Also, shout out to Edamerica for giving us this stage here, right? So we have the pressure to kind of speak as much as possible. But as Toastmaster Wilson mentioned, sometimes pause is a good thing, and then you can use that in your speech as well. All right, so thank you very much for the question. Do I have any other question from the audience? Aha, there we go. So you can see one gentleman on the left side of the audience.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
My name is Revo. I'm new here. I just want to ask, sometimes when we speak on the stage, we tend to memorize them at first, but then in the middle of the speech, we usually forget them. And that's what I call some damages while giving a speech. So my question is, how to do damage control while giving a speech? You know, when you do some errors in the middle of your speech, it tends to give like some awkward moments in the middle of the crowd. So how do you prevent that from happening? Or, you know, damage control stuff. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Revo. Please take it away.
Even when I talk about pauses, we could still make mistakes because we are already so nervous here, right? Speaking in front of people is very nerve-wracking, right? And of course, we have experienced it. We have perfectly memorized our speech. But when it is time to deliver, we suddenly, poof, forgot. What am I supposed to talk about? Yeah, what am I supposed to answer you about? Something like that. Now, there are many ways that had to manifest. For example, if you found a mistake, you may want to stutter. You may want to suddenly interrupt yourself. You may suddenly want to apologize. Excuse me, that's not what I was trying to say. Could you relate? But the key is just one thing. Nobody will know what you're going to talk about. The mistake is only you versus your script. Do anyone here know my script? No. Will I know your script? No. If you make a mistake, will I know? No. Exactly. So if you felt that you are making a mistake, people still don't know. So if you make a mistake, just carry on. Keep talking. Even though it doesn't make any sense, come on. People don't pay attention to you 100%. They may fiddle with their phones. They may think about something else. Maybe they won't catch that mistake at all and you're overthinking it. So in summary, if you think you are making a mistake, you are stranding beyond the script, nobody will know. So just continue. Pretend that people don't know your mistake because most of the time, they really don't. Yes. Back to you, Nikki.
Thank you very much. I love that so much. And usually I kind of summarize it into one mantra in my head. Fake it till you bake it. Am I right? All right. So I hope that helps. And in that case, let us move on to our next question. I think we have a lot of gentlemen asking tonight. Any from the ladies? Or actually, anyone is welcome to ask. Maybe Toastmaster Dede, you'd like to ask something? All right. All right, thank you very much. I didn't force you, you just volunteered. But yes, please tell us your question.
Okay, so my question is, I have been a long time in the Toastmaster, but sometimes the nervous or the confidence is never in the same level. If I speak in the front of the newbie, I will be free and I can do anything if I have a mistake. But if I know someone that who know me, the better person the last speech, and then they expect me to get the better for the tonight or on that speech, how sometimes I cannot control my script in my mind because there is something, like they make me feel pressure to make it better. How can the good speaker can handle it to make sure that the message still can deliver well, and then the one that see us is not for the pressure but to support us because they know me from the long time. So it's my question. Back to our top. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Dede. That was a critical question. So I believe the question was how to deal with, let's say, a person that knows you well and kind of, let's say, gives you feedback, like strong feedback, but then you know that deep down he or she cares for you and how a good speaker can deal with that, right? All right. Toastmaster Wilson is having difficulties to answer that question, but I believe you can take it away.
As expected from a question from a Toastmaster. Very difficult. I can relate to you, Dede, because whenever I speak in front of Toastmasters, I feel that I can carry myself. But if I speak in front of my parents, not so much. I keep stuttering. I kept trying to justify myself. Or maybe speaking in front of a director or my manager, someone older than us, we may feel pressured because they are someone who are much more mature than us. Who are we to speak to them? Who are we to influence them, right? I know that feeling. And there is nothing you can do about that. Expectations will be different whenever you speak. What you can do to mitigate that is to return to what I said to Refo. People will not know what you're going to talk about. Even if someone is going to judge you, should you care? I mean, from all the audience here, I don't know how many things I look so bad right now. I don't know how many is commenting on my big belly right now. I don't know how many people are commenting on my shoes right here, which is stained. But I don't care. I'm here to deliver a material. I'm here to support the people who want to be a speaker. If they want to talk bad about me, that is fine. I just need to do my job. Focus on that one goal. Oh yes, I finally got it. This is the story about boring body, right? Yes, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Focus on what is important. Thank you.
That's it? Okay. But that was a strong closing, I have to admit. All right, thank you very much for the question, Toastmaster Dede. I hope Toastmaster Wilson answered it nicely. And unfortunately, that concludes our question and answer session for tonight. And once again, thank you very much for all the answers, Toastmaster Wilson. I hope you could get a lot of knowledge. You could ask all your questions. And if you do want to ask and know more about how to build a strong speech, you can always come to our next Toastmaster meeting session, all right? And you can ask our members when the next meeting will be. All right, then, without further ado, before we go to the next one, I do want to ask Toastmaster Wilson if he has any closing speech or any key takeaways that our audience can get tonight. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Nikki. I thought that you would leave me away with no chance to speak again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me through the end. I know that being a speaker is not going to be an easy journey, and you will not be able to survive much if you don't practice. But here I am listing several key takeaways that you can learn. First of all, if you want to deliver a speech, clearly define your opening, your body, and the closing. With a good structured speech, you will feel more confident because this is a speech that I made. This is the structure that is good. I'll be fine. Next, when you are in the opening, your one goal is just to make your audience curious. Whether it's a question, a quote, or a relatable experience, you just need to make them curious and hooked to your speech. And then, during the body, you're going to tell a lot of story. And that is where you have to be more creative. You have to keep your audience engaged by using the stage, walk around, using a strong body language, squatting right here. This is a stupid gesture, but it kept you looking at me. So that did the job. Yeah, you don't have to do that. But I'm sure you could find more ways in order to make your audience more engaged. And lastly, when you went to the conclusion, please capture the message with your story because it's going to answer the opening. Just like when you're making your script, your, what do we call it, scriptsy? Thesis. Your thesis conclusion is answering the problem. So that is also what is happening in your speech. And last but not least, this is not enough if you just know. You have to practice. And where to practice? In Toastmasters, yes. Now, how to join Toastmasters? That is not up to me to answer, so stay tuned until the end of the session. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
All right, thank you very much for the promotion as well, Toastmaster Wilson. All right, so as promised, that will be the end of our Edusession speech. Then moving on to the next agenda, I will be welcoming our general evaluator back to the stage. Sorry, see, stage fright. To the stage to deliver her report on today's session. All right, please, Madam General Evaluator, please come up to the stage. Please give her a big round of applause, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi. So, how do you feel? You got so many insights from our Edusession speakers, right? Right. Me also, I have so many insights from Toastmaster Wilson because he amazingly delivered his materials. So thank you so much. He mentioned about his toxic workplace. I remembered my friends always told me about her toxic relationship, and I always asking because she always hooked with the question, do you know that he blah 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 blah. So I always hooked by her question. So right, move to our evaluation. We have our AHNWOD counter, Toastmaster Sylvie. Do you want to give your report?
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. When I said what my role is, actually I said I will be a police for all of you. But I'm very moved today because we have a great speaker, we have a great sample speaker, and definitely we have a great audience to ask a question, a lot of guests who pay attention for this. So, because of that, today I will avoid all the buts, and so because it's so little, include the guests who ask the question. But a little bit sad because not a lot that using the words of the day elevate. But don't worry because Toastmaster Nikki, the Toastmaster of the meeting, say twice, and our speaker also say one. That's all my report. Back to you, Madam G.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sylvie. So next meeting we have to say more about the word of the day. Okay, next we want to hear another insight from our grammarian, Toastmaster Alice. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Alice.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Nabila. As I said before, as a grammarian, I have to find any errors. But today, in this meeting, it was difficult to find it. So, I note some words that I lack from Toastmaster Wilson and also Toastmaster Ray. There are avoid explaining everything from Toastmaster Wilson, and then focus on what's important, and then a strong speech has a call to action. And from Toastmaster Ray, I know some words that I really like. I need to win. And then he continued, every one of us is the winner. I repeat it, every one of us is the winner. Those are my report. Thank you so much. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alice, for your report. Yes, the quote is very good. Everyone is the winner. So who is the winner in this stage? Everyone, please raise your hand because you are all the winners. You came here and then you get so many insights that you can use in your next speech or in your next speech in the office or at school. So that's one of the reasons you are the winner, because you came here, you bring the knowledge from Toastmaster Wilson. So please give a round of applause to us. Okay, next, because my team has already shared the report, so this is my chance to share my report from the beginning of the meeting until now. The first is the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nikki, really set the mood for this meeting because she could explain the meeting theme, and then he introduced our speakers nicely, and we could know our speakers more because of her. So thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. The next one is the Edusession speaker, Toastmaster Wilson, is very good, and he tell us about how to speak in front of in the stage, and then how to improve our confidence day by day, and then how to just say what you want in mind, because I actually don't know what I want to say, but I keep talking, just say what I have. So that's one of the tips from the Toastmaster Wilson. And then the next one, the sample speaker, Toastmaster Ray. Thank you so much that you really give a very good example for all of us. And it was a very good. And then we could learn from Toastmaster Ray how to be a very good speaker, how to use the stage, how to use the body language in our speech, so that our speech will be engaging. And then the next one is, I noticed that when the Q&A session, our Mr. President, Toastmaster Albert, helped to carry the mic to all of us so that it will help the meeting run smoothly. And that is all for my report. And I would like to congratulate to the Metropolitan Toastmaster, to the EXCO, because they can make this Edusession the very first Edusession in this year. So congratulations. It was a very good, and I believe that everyone is agree with me because we have learned a lot. So that's all my report for the meeting. Back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nikki.
All right, thank you very much, Madam GE, for the very thorough and very comprehensive evaluation. Now, on to the next session. We would like to present tokens of appreciation for our Edusession speaker, but I will not be the one handing it over. I would like to welcome our Toastmaster Albert Alexander onto the stage as our Metropolitan Toastmaster Club president to give away the certificate. So, for Toastmaster Albert and Toastmaster Wilson, please come up to the stage. Thank you very much. Please come to the center of the stage for some nice picture session. Should I join? Maybe the two of you first, all right? Can come up to the stage. Big smile, big smile. Congratulations. All good? All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Albert and Toastmaster Wilson. Please go back to your seats. All right, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that personally I have learned so much from today's session. We learned how to make a very curious opening. We learned from Toastmaster Wilson as well how to hook the audience throughout the body. And then last but not least, he also taught us how to make your closing kind of relatable to the whole speech and also answer the opening question in the closing. And he delivered to us as well so many great key takeaways that I hope everyone here can bring home. Now, before we close, I think we have a little bit of time. I would like to ask actually the feedback from one of you guys. So may I know who tonight is a first timer here in Metropolitan Toastmaster Club? All right, I see some hands. First of all, thank you very much for coming tonight. May I have that lady over there to stand up? Yes, please, you. Could you please stand up here and join me on the stage, please? Yes, please come up to the stage if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Please give her a big round of applause, everyone. May I have the other mic, please? Thank you. All right, here you go. Thank you for coming up, even though I just forced you to. Can we please come to the center, please? Yes, so may I know your name?
Hi guys, my name is Florence. You can just call me Flo.
Flo.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Flo. Who? Flo.
Flo.
We have a friend called Flo as well. All right, so Flo, can you tell us a little bit for tonight, maybe about your impression or how was the session tonight for you?
For this session, I feel this session so inspiring me to elevate my skill in public speaking, and also you guys have very good communication skill, and I think as TM Wilson said, I decided to practice my English also to join this Toastmaster. I think that.
Oh, thank you very much. That was the highest praise, Toastmaster Wilson. May I ask one follow-up question? What was your favorite part of tonight's session?
The way TM Wilson delivered his speech, and also some of humor sense in his speech, and also from the Toastmaster Ray speech.
Not my session.
Oh, yours also.
So not my session, guys. Okay. All right, just joking. Thank you very much, Flo. Thank you for the feedback. Please give her a big round of applause. And of course, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We would very much love to see you guys in our next meeting, but I won't be the one who will be introducing the meeting. I will now be exiting the stage. It has been a pleasure for me to moderate this event. My name is Nikki, and I am your MC for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone. And now I'd like to hand over the stage to our president, Toastmaster Albert. Toastmaster Albert, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nikki, our Toastmaster of the meeting. Give her a round of applause. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nikki. It feels like a reunion of the past exco, to be honest. The president, the VPE, and the VPM. Oh, cannot move on from that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to this session, and thank you very much for guests, especially the first timers here. Hope you enjoyed our meeting, and I will see you again in the next meeting. But before that, next please. For those of you who are new, can you please take out your phone, put on your camera, and scan this QR code and enter some info into our guest book. While that, I would like to also welcome the lovely president of SCBD Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Donna Nadira, and her fellow EXCO team, Adrian, Toastmaster Dede. Thank you very much. And also we have our past what? Oh yeah, of course, the past division I director, Toastmaster Alvin. Thank you very much. And we have also our past president of Metropolitan Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Astri. Thank you very much, immediate past president Toastmaster Wilson as our speaker, and then also distinguished Toastmaster Atma Dewita from Fantastic Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much for coming. And also the executive committee from Metco Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much for coming. And also I would like to also welcome Revo. Welcome back, our past VPE. Next please. And we have some announcement. If you are interested in becoming one of our members, you can see over there. That's, I don't want to say this, but yeah, I'm very sorry. We have a fee of 999K, but you can experience what happened tonight regularly. If you want to, you can do it every day. Well, how? By hopping to another club. We have Metco Toastmasters Club over there, Fantastic Toastmasters Club over there, SCBD Toastmasters Club over there, and 14,000 other clubs in the world, which you can just hop on after you're being a member. And for members of Toastmasters International, whichever club you come from, the base camp is going to close. So the old base camp is going to close. As it is going to close, you have to download every material you need, whatever level you are, because the outage is quite long. From 9th of October, which is tomorrow, until the 25th of October. This is for the Mountain Daylight Saving Time. So it will start at 1 a.m. October 10th, waktu Indonesia Barat. Okay? Until 1 a.m. October 26th, waktu Indonesia Barat. So if you need to submit your level, do it now. Do it right now, okay? Next, please. And for Metropolitan Toastmasters Club members, please ready yourselves, because we are going to have a club contest coming really right up. We have international speech contest, table topics contest, and evaluation contest. But also we are opening up not only for the English competitions, we are also opening up for the Indonesian, Bahasa Indonesia speech contest also, if you are interested. And there is only one thing. The other contests are free to join, but the international speech contest in English, you have to complete your pathway until level 2. And you have to submit the level to completion to Toastmaster Ray, our Vice President of Education, prior to January 2025, before 25th of January 2025. By then, you can join the international speech contest in English. Next, please. And the next meeting, answering Nikki's question, next meeting is Halloween. So we are having a costume party. That's 22nd of October, 2 weeks from now. So ready your costume. You can bring any costume. You can be Aladdin. You can be Jasmine, just like me 2 years ago. And wear your best costume. Wilson has ever be Nigel Ng, right? Yeah, Uncle Wilson. Really? You can just watch the meeting recap at America YouTube. That's from 2 years ago. Next, please. So you can just follow us if you want to know everything about our meeting, about our session, about what is happening in our club. You can just follow us in our Instagram account at mets.toastmasters. You can see, about basically whatever happened in this club. And next, also you can discover more exciting events just like this one at AD America, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at AD America, also on YouTube. If you want to know more about how to join, what will I do in the club, how this club is doing, you can just drop a message to our Vice President of Membership, Toastmaster Shauki over there. If you want to contact him right away, you just scan that QR code on the most left side of yours. And then if you want to join our WhatsApp group, you can just scan it on the right side, the QR code on the right side, and you will just join the Friends of Metropolitan group. I guess that is all. Next. Yeah. So I will see you in 2 weeks. And with that, Metropolitan Toastmasters Club meeting is adjourned. Back to our e-guide. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. Also, thank you so much to everyone joining us here in Ad America. If you think that our event is interesting, kindly follow our social media pages and visit our website at www.atamerica.or.id. And previously, in the beginning of our event, we do have a social media quiz, and the question was, in how many countries are there active Toastmaster Club? And the answer is D, 150 countries. And congratulations to @Richard_END from Instagram for answering the question correctly. So thank you very much everyone for joining us today. My name is Farah and see you at the next Ad America event. Bye!